Today's class, we are going to discuss topic called mathematical plotting library. Yeah, I think audio is okay for you. Called mathematical plotting library, matplotlib. So here it is mathematical plotting library which is developed by John Hunter. So father of this thing is John Hunter. So he developed the mathematical plotting library. So in order to visualize the data in the form of graphical manner. So either it might be a 2D graph or it might be a 3D graph. So for that purpose, we need to use this module. So to develop this matplotlib, he took help of MATLAB. So for that purpose, he is saying this library name as matplotlib. So for this mathematical plotting library, we need to write the program in Python. So for that purpose, we need to import library called matplotlib. How to import this thing? So here it is a way to import this library. So here from matplotlib. So from matplotlib, we need to import pyplot. So here in this thing, in from matplotlib, we need to import library called pyplot. So here we need to write the program in Python. So for that purpose, here we are importing Python plot from mathematical plotting library. So here I want to import this library with some alias name. So here I'm keeping alias name as PLT. So whenever you want to use this library, you can use by using PLT. So I'm running this portion. So after running this portion, it's not giving error like module not found. So that means this module is already installed in my laptop. So whereas if it is not there in your laptop, you need to install this module. To install this module, command is conda install. So if you are using Anaconda, for that command is conda install matplotlib. To install this module in Anaconda prompt, so you need to open Anaconda prompt. On the Anaconda prompt, you need to enter command called conda install matplotlib. So if you are using Python IDLE itself, if you want to install this thing in Python IDLE, for that command is pip3 install matplotlib. It is a pip3 install matplotlib. So here these are the commands to install this library in your laptop. These two are the commands to install this library. So if you are using Anaconda, it is the library, it is the way to install this matplotlib library if it is not there. And if you are using Python ideally, it is the command to install this thing. So after this thing, we will see the basic plot. So here initially I'm importing NumPy. So here I'm importing NumPy with this alias name only as NP. So here it is a standard alias name for this thing. After this, I want to use linspace function which is present in NumPy. So here with this linspace function, here I want to take few values in the range of 1 to 5. So here I'm taking values in the range of 1 to 5. And here I'm specifying I want to take 11 intervals in between these values. After this, so here it is about x-axis. After that, I want to specify y-axis. So I want to square each and every attribute present in the x. And I want to observe the output of x. So whenever you observe the x, so here it is the data which is present in x. So it contains a array of data. So here we have few values. Sorry, here I want to specify from the 0. Okay, if you specify from 0, it will look beautiful. Yeah, good. What happened here? Yeah, I entered O. Here we need to enter 0. Yeah, done. So here I entered this thing and I'm observing the output which is present in x. So if you observe this output, so here we are dividing 0 to 5 range values into 11 intervals. After that thing, I squared each and every attribute present in this x. After this, I want to plot the graph. So to plot the graph, we have plot function. Before this thing, if you want to represent or if you want to display any graph from matplotlib or sorry, from Jupyter Notebook, we need to enter this command. So whenever you want to see all the output graphs, we need to enter this command. That is matplotlib %matplotlib space inline. It is a command to observe all the graphs. So whereas coming to other platforms, this command is not required. So whenever you specify plot.show function. So by default, graph will be shown. So whenever you use this function, which is used to represent the graph. Whereas if you are working on this notebook, so whenever you want to observe this any plot, we need not to specify this function even. Whenever you specify this function, by default, you can observe any graph in the notebook. So here it is warning, it is not an error. So here I'm running this portion. So after this thing, I want to plot graph between this x as well as this y. So for that purpose, so we have lot of basic functions present in this matplotlib. We will see all those commands. So here, whenever you want to use matplotlib, we need to use plt function. So here I'm saying plt.plot. So here in this, we have plot function, which is used to plot the graph. So in this, I am specifying x-axis as well as y-axis, and I'm running this portion. Whenever you run this portion, you will get the graph between x-axis as well as y-axis. So here it is the graph plotted between x-axis as well as y-axis. So here we took the values in the range of 0 to 5, and here it is x-axis, and for the y-axis we kept the values as square of x. So here it is a square graph. So in this plot function, we can specify the color also. So here I'm specifying the color as some red color. Whatever the color you want to specify, you can specify with the character. So if you want to specify the red color, you can specify blue, sorry, or if you want to write green color, you need to specify G here. So here I want to plot this line with the red color. For that purpose, here in this plot function, initially we need to specify x-axis, next we need to specify y-axis. After that, if you want to specify any color, you can specify that color. So if you want to know about any function, here it is a way. So here I want to know about plot function. So for that purpose, it is present in plot, and I want to know about plot function. So whenever you enter this thing, so it will return entire description regarding this function, how to use this function, what are the examples corresponding to this function. You will get everything. Whenever you want to know about any function, it is a way. So go to help. In the help, you need to enter that command. So about regarding which thing you want to know, you can enter that thing on that thing. So after this thing, I want to keep axis name. I want to keep x-axis name as well as y-axis name. To keep the axis name in the plotter, so in the matplotlib itself, we have xlabel function to keep the name for x-axis. So here I want to keep, so whatever the name you want to keep for x-axis, you can write that name here. So here I'm saying x-axis only. So you can write anything here, whereas I'm writing x-axis. Whereas if you want to keep some name for y-axis, again we have ylabel attribute or ylabel function. So here in the ylabel function, I want to specify y-axis. So here I am specifying y-axis only. After this, I am running this portion. Whenever you run this portion, so here after specifying x label as well as y label, so those are coming here. So whatever the thing you specified for x-axis, so here we specified x-axis, that is coming here, and I specified y-axis here, that is coming here. So after this thing, if you want to keep some title for this entire graph, so here if you want to keep some title for this entire graph, we need to use title function. So here title is the function which is used to keep title for any graph. So here for this graph, I want to keep title as y equals to x squared. So here it is y equals to x squared graph only. For that purpose, I want to keep y equals to x squared as a graph name. So after specifying this graph name, so here it is coming in the form of title. So title for this thing is I kept as y equals to x squared. So based on your requirement, you can keep any title. Based on your requirement, you can keep any title. Whereas if you want to plot same graph in the other platforms like IDLE or PyCharm, if you consider any other platforms, we need to use show function. Whenever you want to plot the graph, we need to use show. So here in, so I'm using show function here. So even though if you use show function, it is not any error here. So here show is a function which is used to display the any graph. So till here everything is clear to you, I think. So after this thing, I will take one more example. Yeah. So here I'm taking one more example. So previously we imported matplotlib by using from matplotlib import pyplot as some alias name. So we can also import this model by using another way, that is import. So if you want to import this library, we can do this thing in two ways. So second way is import matplotlib dot pyplot as plot. So whatever the alias name you want to keep, you can keep that thing. So So whenever you access, whenever you want to write the program for plot, mathematical plotting library, so we can use or we can import the module by using this way also. So whatever the way convenient to you, you can use that thing. So I am running this portion. It is not giving any error. That means we can import the pyplot from the matplotlib in this way also. So after this thing, I want to plot the basic plot. So here to plot the graph, we need to use plot function. So here I'm using plot function. In this plot function, I want to specify two lists. So by default, first one is corresponding to x-axis and second one is corresponding to y-axis. So here I'm specifying y-axis in the second list. So here I'm specifying values as 4 comma 5 comma 1. Here I'm specifying some random values here. So after specifying few random values here, I am running this portion. So whenever you run this portion, here it is graph coming. So here it is presented this location. It is displaying the location as well as graph. So here 1 x-axis. So first list will be corresponding to x-axis and second list is corresponding to y-axis. So here 1 correspond to 4 here. So here 1 corresponds to 4. After this 2 corresponds to 5 here. 2 corresponds to 5 in this example. After this thing 3 corresponds to 1. So here 3 corresponds to 1. So this is about basics plot. Whenever you don't specify the color in this plot function, by default color is blue color. So if you don't specify the color, by default color is blue color. Remember this thing. So here I want to plot the line with the green color. So here I'm specifying G. So whenever you specify G here, by default plot will become in the form of green color. So whatever the color you specify in the quotation, that will be come as a final color. So here if you want to represent this graph, so in the other platforms we need to use show function, right? Here also I'm using show function. So here it is a graph for basic graph. So here remember this basic thing. So what happens if you specify only one list in the plat function? So here we need to specify two axes actually, whereas if we specify only one list in this function, let assume I am updating the minimum temperatures of this month. So here initially I'm entering some 32 degrees, comma, after this I'm entering 27 degrees, comma, after this I am entering some 26 degrees, after this I am entering some 38. So after this I am specifying some 29. So let assume, so it is a basic example. So here in this plot function, I am specifying only one axis. And after this, I am entering show function to visualize the graph. So whenever you run this portion, so here, these values will be considered as magnitude values. So whenever you specify only one list in the plot function, these will be considered as magnitude values. Whereas indexes corresponding to this list attributes are coming as y-axis values, sorry, x-axis values. So remember this thing. So by default, index of this 32 is 0 in this list. So at the in place of 0, 0th index, 32 is coming as a magnitude. So here that means by default it is considered as y-axis values, and x-axis values will be starts with 0. Those are nothing but index values, and 27 presented index 1. So at the index 1 we have value 27. After this, at the index of 2, here we have 26 as a value. At the index of 3 we have 38. At the index 3 we have 38. After that, at the index 4 we have 29. So if we specify only one axis in the plot function, by default x-axis will be considered, x-axis values will be considered as index values, and these specified values will be considered as magnitude values. You need to remember this thing. So after this thing, here I want to plot the graph in very basic way. So here initially I want to specify the x-axis. So here I'm specifying the x-axis values as some random values. Those are 5 comma 8 comma 10. So after this thing, I want to specify y-axis also. So here I'm specifying y-axis values in another list. So here I'm saying values as 12 comma some 16 comma some 6. So here I'm specifying some random values in x-axis as well as y-axis. After this thing, I want to plot the graph between these two axes. Here I'm plotting the graph between these two axes. So here I'm saying x comma y comma k. So here I want to represent this graph with the black color. So here if you observe the matplotlib documentation, you will get 7 basic colors. Those are red, blue, green, magenta, black color, as well as cyan color. So those are represented in the Greek Greek names. So if you are interested, you can search that thing in Google. So here K stands for black color. K stands for black color. I want to represent this graph with the black color. For that purpose, I kept a color as k. So here I specified x-axis, y-axis, and I specified the color. After this, I want to keep title for this graph. So here I want to keep title for this graph. So here I'm specifying title. So I want to keep title as info. So here I'm writing some title. So here I'm writing title as info. After this, I want to specify the x-axis name. So to specify the x-axis name, we need to use x-label attribute. So here I'm specifying x-axis name as. So here I want to specify some random name. So again, I'm specifying same thing, x-axis only. So after this thing, I want to specify the name for y-axis also. So here I am specifying name for y-axis, that is y-label attribute or y-label function. In this y-label function, here I'm saying y-axis. So here I am saying y-axis. After this thing, I want to specify this graph in the form of graph sheet manner. So here you always plot the graphs in the graph sheet kind of papers only. So here I want to take the linear graph. So to plot the graph in the form of linear graph, we need to use grid function. So here, if you want to plot the normal plot, so that is linear plot, we need to use grid function. So in this grid function, first you need to specify attribute as true. So if you want to observe the output in the form of grids, you need to specify the output as true. So whereas if you want to observe the graph color, here in this we need to use color attribute. By using color attribute, here I'm specifying color as some blue color. So here I want to get this linear graph in the form of blue color. After this thing, I want to show this graph. So here I want to show this graph. So here I'm showing this graph. Sorry, show function, right? So here I'm running this portion. Whenever you run this portion, so here the x-axis will be x-axis name we kept as x-axis and y-axis name we kept as y-axis and title we kept as info. And we plotted the line with the black color. So here it is the line which is coming in black color. And for this grades, we kept color as blue. That's why these lines are coming in the form of blue color. So I want to change this entire graph orientation. I want to plot this line with the red color, and I want to change this info. So this color is green color. So I want to convert this entire grids as green color. So whenever you observe this graph, so here grids are coming in the form of green color, and this line or graph will be coming in the form of red color. So here it is about basic plotting. So after this thing, now I want to get the point corresponding to each and every point. So here I want to get one marker, and here I want to get one point, as well as here also I want to get one point. So to perform such kind of things, we have line style attribute. So we will do that thing now. So here I want to take few random dates. So here directly I'm specifying that thing in the plot function. So in this plot function, directly I'm specifying the list only. So here I'm specifying only one axis. So here I'm specifying values as some -1 comma some -4.5 comma. So after this thing, here I want to specify few more values. That is, I want to specify some 16. After this, I'm specifying 23. So here in the plot function, I specified these attributes. So after specifying these attributes, here I want to specify the line style. That is, I want to get each and every dot with the circle. So here with the circle marker, I want to get each and every point, and I want to get each and every point with the red color. And I'm observing this graph. So here, whenever you observe this plot, so here it is the plot. So here in this plot, you can observe each and every point with the circle and red color. So here it is the line style, and it is a color corresponding to that line. So here I want to get this every point with the star. So here I want to represent every point with the star and green color. So here I'm changing those two attributes, star green. So here whenever you specify these two things, so here each and every pixel coming with the star and green color. So here whatever the line style you want to specify, here you can specify that line style, and whatever the color you want to specify for that line or the dots or that line style, you can specify that color here. So before coming to this session, initially I kept that thing. So here I kept different kinds of line style, as well as and which color of line, which color of symbol, or which kind of representation represent which thing. So I specified all those things in the this documentation. So here to type all these things, it will take time. So for that purpose, I kept this thing by default in this basic thing. So here these are the different line style. Now I want to plot the graph with the solid line, and I want to represent both the things. So for that purpose, I'm copy pasting this entire thing. And here I want to change, I want to represent solid line. To represent the graph with the solid lines, you need to specify slash, sorry, hyphen, hyphen, and I'm running this portion. And I want to represent this line with the, so here I'm not specifying the color. If you don't specify the color, by default color is blue color only. So here line will be come in the form of blue color. So here it is a dashed line. So here we specified the dashed line. This way the line will be coming in the form of dashed line representation. If you want to get the line with the solid color or solid line, so here I'm specifying the hyphen. Whenever you specify the hyphen here, by default, this line will be coming with the solid line. So it is about the representing different pixels as well as the plotting the graph. So here, whatever the color you want to specify, you can specify. Or else if you want to, whatever the line style you want to specify, you can specify that line style also. So after this thing, I want to compare the temperatures of the previous week. So I want to compare the minimum temperature, minimum recorded temperatures as well as maximum recorded temperatures of the last week. So let us assume, so here I'm taking the simple example. I want to consider days. So here x-axis as I want to keep as a days. So in this days, I want to take values in the form of list. So here I'm taking values in the form of list. So in this list, I want to take 7 days temperature or 5 days temperature. So here I'm taking the temperatures from first to fifth. So here I'm taking temperatures from first to fifth. So with this I am creating one list. So after creating one list, I want to keep the temperature for each and every day. So here initially I want to enter the minimum temperatures for each and every day. So here I'm saying Celsius min. So in the Celsius minimum, I am creating one list. So here I'm creating one list with the minimum temperature. So here I'm entering the minimum temperature. So 19 comma, and after this thing I'm entering some 24 comma. So after this thing 26, and after this thing I am specifying few more values. Those are 28, and after this thing I am specifying some 27. How many values are there? 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, 5 values are more than enough. So after this thing I want to specify the maximum temperatures corresponding to those days. So here I'm saying Celsius underscore max, which is equals to, here in this list I want to specify the maximum temperatures recorded for each and every day. So here I'm specifying 42 comma some 41 and some 39. After this I am specifying some 45 degrees Celsius. So after this I am specifying some 37 degrees Celsius. So let us assume these are the minimum temperatures and these are the maximum temperature. After this I want to keep the x-axis as well as y-axis name. So here I'm saying x dot x label. So to keep the x label, we need to use x label attribute. So here I'm using x label attribute. So in this x label attribute, here I want to specify the days on x-axis. After this I want to specify the name for y-axis. So here we need to specify this thing in the plot only. So here plot dot x label. After this we need to specify y label name, that is y label. So here I want to specify y label as, I want to specify y label as temperatures. So here I want to specify the y-axis name as temperatures. So after this thing, what we need to do? So temperatures in degrees Celsius. So here we are representing the temperature in degrees Celsius. So for that purpose, here I'm writing temperature in degrees Celsius as a variable name. So after this thing, what we are, so we need to plot the graph. So here I'm using plot function. To plot the graph, we need to use plot function. In this plot function, here I'm specifying x-axis as well as y-axis. So here x-axis name is days. Sorry, x-axis name is days as well as y-axis name is Celsius min. So initially I want to plot the graph of Celsius underscore min. So after this thing, we need to specify the line style as well as line color. Here I want to represent with the circle with yellow color. So here that is nothing but OY. OY stands for circle with yellow color. So here it is a graph coming with a circle with yellow colors. So here again I want to plot the minimum temperature. I want to join all these points. So here I want to join all these points. So for that purpose, here I'm using same command, and in place of these two things, I want to represent this plot with the solid line. So here I am specifying the solid line. So whenever you observe the output, so here it is a basic output. So here we represented the five points with the yellow color circle manner, and we plotted the solid line for this thing. Again, I want to plot the graph between. So here for the y-axis also, sorry, for the maximum temperatures also, we need to plot the graph. So here in place of minimum, we need to represent with the max, and I want to modify the color of this dots. So here I want to keep color of the dots as red, and I'm observing the output. So here these are the maximum temperature corresponding to each and every day. So after this thing, I want to plot the graph between maximum temperatures with the solid line. So here I want to represent the maximum temperatures with the solid line. So here I'm keeping solid line. So here, if you observe this output, by default, the first line will be coming in the form of blue color, whereas second by default color is orange color. If you don't specify the color for second line also, by default that line will be come up with the orange color. Here I am specifying the color for second line. So here I plotted this line with the green color. That's why it is coming with the green color. So here whatever the color you want to specify, you can specify that color. So here also I want to specify the color. So here I am specifying the color cyan, or I want to specify the color magenta. So here I'm specifying the magenta as a color. So here it is a color magenta. So here it is a graph. So if you want to compare the different quantities, you can compare different quantities. So whereas we can do this entire thing in single plot function also. So here I want to do that entire thing in single plot function. So let assume, so here it is the example. So here in this plot function, I am applying everything. So here I am considering Celsius minimum, and I'm keeping all these attributes in the single plot function. So I'm keeping this entire thing here, as well as I want to keep this entire thing also here. Yeah, here we need to keep comma, right? Yeah, good. So after this thing, again, so we can specify all those attributes in this single plot function also. Then also it won't return any error. It will be executed. Sorry, it will be executed successfully only. Yeah, I'm running this portion. Yeah, whenever you run this portion, again it is giving proper output only. So here it is not giving any error. So in the single plot function itself, we can specify all these attributes. So madam will forward you the one more link. Join the session within few minutes. So make it fast. So with this, I am concluding for this session. We will start another session now itself.